Hello and welcome to another audio review. Today we are reviewing a piece of audio that is known as Sketches of Brunswick East by King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. In case you didn't know, King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard are an Australian band, and I'm from Australia. And this album, Sketches of Brunswick East, Brunswick East is a place in Melbourne, and it's one of the suburbs of Melbourne, so it's not really a place in Melbourne, but it's a place in Australia, and it's part of the suburbs of Melbourne. And if you haven't been there, stay away. The suburbs of Melbourne are terrible places to be. A whole lot of violence, whole lot of crime. Just don't go, okay? I actually used to live in the suburbs of Melbourne until I was 7, so I kind of had experience in the place, but I don't really remember too much of it. So let's just get straight to the review. The first track on the album, Sketches of Brunswick East 1, which is a jazzy intro track which sets you up for the jazzy complexity that follows, and I'm enjoying the elements of exotica and flute. So there's a lot of flute on this album, which is not a bad thing because I like flutes. So now we get to the first proper track, Countdown. It's a great starting track. The wah on the guitar fits this jazzy mood just right, and Stu's almost whispered vocals and this soft but still unsettling vibe. And the chorus on this song is so dang catchy. The guitar solo adds that psychedelic feel that the Giz are known for, and this is just a great mood setter for the rest of the album, and it's the third best track on it too, in my subjective opinion. But now we get to the next track, which is D-Day, which is some microtonal madness that the band experimented on the first album they put out this year, Flying Microtonal Banana. Chuck's Leone on record. It's in Banana Yellow Wax, anyways. This track is reminiscent of the outro track on Flying Microtonal Banana, with its microtonality and Middle East inspired riff. This song is way too short. It could have been expanded into something much more. Add some vocals, add some flute, just could have been much more. But now we move on to the next track, Gizzard, which has the circusy feel to it and some truly epic choir vocals, and some kind of unfitting happy vocals in between the choir vocals. And along with that, there's also some upbeat guitar and Hentai Yumi from Murder of the Universe. Get some Gizzverse up in here. Not to mention there's flute in this track and some vocals. In fact, he does all the vocals, but some vocals from the band's guitarist Joey Walker. Now we get to Cranes, Planes, Migraines, which is some 80s jazz soul funk that has some of that classic Giz wah and sounds that remind you of being in Melbourne. This is a little intermission that could have been expanded on into something much more. A lot of the shorter tracks on this album have no vocals, and I think they should have been expanded into something like much longer. This album could have been like 50 minutes long if they had extended out some of their solos into jams and just make this like, I don't know, each of the tracks 7 minutes long or something. But anyways, now we move on to The Spider and Me, which is back with that circus feel from Gizzard. It's generally quite a similar track, and the melody is very catchy, and the flute is there, which is good because I like the flute. And now we get to Dusk to Dawn on Lygon Street, which is a place in one of Melbourne's suburbs, I believe, or Melbourne itself. I don't really remember. I don't live in Melbourne. I live near it, but this song has a killer intro with some jazzy chords played on an E-piano, and it sounds like some sort of jazzy lullaby. It's got a great bass line, and I love the melody bit at the end of the chorus. This song's got a right mix of emotional epic, and it has some pretty sick fretless bass at the end, which goes right back into the intro sound. And this is the third best track on the album. Wait, no, the second best. I forgot to change my notes because I swapped some stuff around. Anyways, but this is the this is the third best, and Countdown is the second best. I don't know what I said earlier, but anyways, let's get back to the review. So now we got the book, which is more microtonality, is very funky, It's like if Flying Microtonic Banana and King Gizzard's earlier album Quarters mixed together. And it has some pretty nice horns, and it reminds me of Walking on the Sun by Smash Mouth, strangely enough. Mostly because of the organ, and of course, of the jazziness. It's the best track on the album. I don't know why I like it so much, but it is. It's just the best track on the album. But this goes right into a journey to bracket S bracket Hell, or a journey to Shell, which is a petrol station. You can find those here in Australia. This is a very fast-paced track, and I like the slight delay between each of the channels. Kind of reminds me of I'm In Your Mind fuzz. The synth is great in this one. It creates this intense vibe, and it's good. This track, like all the rest, could have been expanded out to something much more, but no, it was just not good enough for the Giz. Pardon me. And now we move on to Rolling Stone, which more flutes than happy jazz, with great melodies like Gizzard and the Spider and Me. This track has this cool vibe to it. I don't know what it is about it, but it has this cool vibe to it. It could be the pitch shifting. I don't know. I like the cool vibe, makes it special. Kind of shouted vocals, and the instrumentation on this track is very good. I like it. It has a lot of flute, but I also like the guitar solo at the end of it. Now we move on to You Can Be Your Silhouette. This is some real cool elevator music here. Even has the side sticks and the scrapey thing, like the thing that you rub with a stick. I don't know what it's called. You can find out. Tell me in the comments below. What is that scrapey thing that you tap with a stick and goes? That one. Anyways, what is it called? Tell me in the comments below. Anyways, it's got the elevator vibe with the side stick, scrapey thing, and organ. And it has a pretty nice guitar solo with Arabic exotica vibes. So that's pretty good. Now we get on to the outro track, which is Sketches of Brunswick East 3, which is just a slowed down version of the first two title tracks. It's not a bad thing. I really like the title tracks. They have a really cool vibe with it, with the changing chords and the flute. Oh my god, the flute. So yeah, that is my review of Sketches of Brunswick East by King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard. I'd give this album 8 out of 10. Needs more flute, but really, why am I giving it an 8 out of 10? I really like a little pros and cons here. Pros, it's got a lot of flute, and I really like the jazzy vibe that they, it's like if they did Quarters Part 2, but they also explored some more jazzy stuff on Oddments and Paper Mache Dream Balloon. Anyways, more pros. A lot of the melodies on this album, they're really good. Usually find King Gizzard have a lot of good melodies, and yeah, and a few cons are some of the tracks could have been expanded on. They're a bit short, and they had much more potential. Also, Gizzard and the Spider and Me are a bit too similar for my liking, and kind of same with Rolling Stoned. I mean, some of the tracks are a bit similar, but I enjoy the vibe of this album. Did you like this album? Post it in the comments below. Hope you're having a great day. If your day's started, I hope you're gonna have a good day. My name is Daniel. Bye.